I'll start off with Sunday against London Broncos. What did you make to it?
The players for 30 minutes again. We were in it 6-6, and we were down their end, and they go and get a long-range try. The boys were into them, and we're looking good. And if I'm honest, I thought we could have got the spoils. And 10 minutes to go, and then in a half, and then the score's 24-6. It's a kick in the guts, really, and it's hard to take. But like I say, they were in it, just their own worst enemies.
Away from the field, we've got the Dons Golf Day coming up. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, we've got our annual golf day. We have, we play for the St John Cup, so that's at Darrington, and then there's some places available. So if anyone wants to have a game of golf, get hold of the club and get hold of Andrew Whittam and put your team down, because they're real good days and good fun, and we all think we're golfers, but it's a hard game to master, but it's a real good day, and it's just great fun.
Moving on to Sunday, it's our first Super 8s game, and a special game in memory of Liam Morn as well.
Yeah, I touched on that last week. Liam's very, very close to us all, and we're proud to be able to do this for him and his family and keep his name going. So, like I said, Jamie and Gavin McDonald, even though Jay's in a real hard training camp at the moment, he always takes his time out to come to the game for Liam, and we're grateful to both of them as well. It should be a good one, should be a good game. Unfortunately, we lost Mitch Clark last week. He's still in hospital as we speak now with a break on his arm that when we was assessed down there, they thought it wasn't broken. So it's a strange one, because when he went to the hospital and they X-rayed him, and it was a clean break, and they put a plate and put the IV in the other on the left hand, and when they lifted his arm up, he was a bit of pain there, so they X-rayed that, and he's got a break on his left wrist as well. So I think I took him to Hull about 5 or 6 weeks ago to get a guard made for his left wrist, and every time it got hit, he just thought it was a stinger. He'd been to hospital and had it X-rayed, said it wasn't broken, but when they've X-rayed it again, it's broke. So when he woke up from being knocked out with the anaesthetic and that, he's got a pot on his right arm, a full pot, and he's got a pot on his left arm. So the kid's doing it tough, and it just shows these rugby league players these days how tough they are. For him to be able to play for the last, I think, 6 weeks with a broken wrist is phenomenal. And when I asked him about it in the hospital, he says he just thought it was a stinger. Every time he got hit, he just thought it was a stinger and it was going off. But to play with a broken wrist is unbelievable, and credit to the boy. He knows how tough we've been doing it here, and he's been great for us all season. So we wish him a speedy recovery. That looks like it's his season done. He's got the pot on for about 12 weeks on the major break, and probably 6 to 8 weeks on the other one. So someone else will have to come in and step up to the game against Fev. Be a tough one. They're going all right. They've found a little bit of form. They lost their way a little bit there. But they, by all accounts, they had a decent win against Whitehaven last week, and Cookie and Snitchy's back down here, and those two boys have given us good service, so we know all about them. We're be good to see them back out there, and they're like I think we've said, we got nothing but good things to say about them, because they've done really well for us. So good luck to them, but I'm pretty sure our boys will be wanting to get one over the old coach or something like that, so it should be good.
Just finally, just a word, Featherstone also changed their coach midway through the season. What do you make of their outfit? And John Sharp, obviously a proven coach in Super League, will go do a good job for them.
Oh yeah, I know Sharpie was at Featherstone when I was there. He's a real good fella. Tactically he's good, and he's pretty professional as well, so I think he'll do them a good job. And a big thing is he's a Featherstone lad, and he knows plenty about the club, and he's been involved with the club before. And Featherstone is a big club, and someone like John Sharp going there, who's been involved with the England setup, who's been involved in Super League, like you say, he'll do a good job. But like anything, he'll need time, probably a pre-season, to stamp his full mark on them. Hopefully he's gone in there and changed a hell of a lot of things where they all can't grasp it just yet. He's not been there too long, and hopefully that's happening. And so if you're watching, Johnny, make sure you're changing everything. That'll be great for us. Thanks. So but we're looking forward to it. Like I say, he's a good bloke, and Featherstone's a great club. I've got very close to my heart anyway. And Mark Campbell's does what he does for Fev, and it's a good club, and they unlucky not to make the top four, but we're down here at the keep mode, and hopefully we can everyone who comes down gets entertained, and it's a real good game. But we need to learn to stay in games for longer than 30 minutes, because it's starting to brass me off, really, sounding like a broken record every week, talking about how the last for 30 minutes we're in the game. I think if we stay in these games and we get to half time and we're close, then maybe it might turn. But the players will get into it and give everything they got. I know for a fact the players are all looking forward to this weekend's game, which that's all we want.